Welcome, welcome. My name is Yazil and happy full moon. Okay, today is the full moon in Cancer. I am feeling the energy definitely. So, I wanted to do this reading to tap in with the collective to see what are the energies we're facing during this full moon. I can already tell you that this full moon is very, very powerful. One thing that I noticed during this full moon is that it is really calling for you to listen to your intuition, right? To really tap into that small voice, that inner knowing, and to stand your ground, okay? Once you see something, once you come into the awareness and the clarity of what's going on, to know without a shadow of doubt your truth and stand your ground on it. Okay, that is something I picked up with this full moon energy. It was a lot of mental, right? Things just coming in the form of messages through visuals and through different memories and dreams. And I really got a overall feel that something is wrapping up for good. Something is closing out a major chapter, and we are being called to let it all fall in order to move forward. Okay. I kept hearing this song. Now, this song is very old. If you know this song, let me know in the comments. So, the song that was playing was Let It On When It All Falls Down. Oh, when it all falls down. Oh, she's so self-conscious. It's a Kanye West, When It All Falls Down. So it kept playing. It kept playing in my head. And I'm like, where did this song come from? So I went to go look up the lyrics, and you might be surprised of what it's about. Okay, so what I took from it was that we can put on these appearances. We could be self-conscious. We could try to build up these personas and build up these images based on materialism, but it will all fall down because it's not built on a solid foundation. So I'm going to take that message as meaning there are some things that need to fall down and we have to let them fall, okay? Some of those being insecurities, hiding, right? Being fake, not telling yourself the truth, and the list goes on. So I challenge you to check that song out or at least listen to the lyrics, okay? Before we get into this space, again, let's definitely always thank our ancestors, our spirit guides, our spiritual team for guiding us, for guiding you here now, for guiding me and giving me the strength to be able to bring the messages that they see fit for us at this time. It is a general reading. You will either find something here that works for you now or possibly in the future, but find what resonates with you. Okay, I feel as though sometimes the messages are seeds that we listen to at a season, but it doesn't always make sense or manifest into a later point. So just be open, find what resonates with you, and just be open to know that it could be a seed for a later time. Okay? I thank you, Most High, Spirit teams, guardians of light, love, truth, for guiding us, for keeping us. Let our eyes be open. Let our hearts be filled with strength and love. Not only to see these messages, but to take action. Not only to take action, but to have full inner and understanding of these messages so that it can help us to reach our highest potential. We thank you in advance for the messages that you are going to reveal here today. Even the ones that are not easy to hear, let us have the patience and strength to receive them. We thank you in advance. We welcome this space for anyone with the eyes, ears, and hearts of love, unity, and the growth mindset. And we cast out any energies that are not on that vibration and that are not for our highest good. Ashe. So, yes, so we will be opening up with the ancient Egyptian tarot. You know, I wanted to get in I want to dig deep on this one because when I tell you that the energy is surrounding letting things fall, it could be the hardest thing. Like in the song, as I looked at the lyrics, it was talking about people building up personalities and buying cars and buying jewelry and buying all these things to look a certain way. But behind that, there's some hurt, there's some pain, there's some other things that are not being shown on the surface. So today we're going to dig deep, okay? We have some shadow work oracle cards here. We have some wounds to wisdom. We have some law of attraction, and we have some traditional tarot. So let's see what the messages want to come out today and what our guides want us to see at this time. Okay. All right. Ooh. Forgiveness. All right then. First card out is forgiveness. Wow. Look at that there. Look at that. Okay. So that's number 40, forgiveness. It looks like we have the light and the darkness. They're both holding the scale of balance. Coming into balance with self, coming into balance and forgiving oneself is what I immediately see. But of course, the overall message is forgiveness. And you know how that goes. It means you're going to have to look up and dig up some things that maybe you're holding on to. Okay, let's see what else, what other messages wants to come out. Surrounding this, forgiveness. Forgive yourself first, always. Forgive yourself for what you did not know. Ooh, these ones jumped out. Okay. Introspection, we got simplicity, peace, the Empress. All right, this is a lot of cards came out. So let's just go with it. We got inner strength. Okay. Look at that face. Look at her eyes. Look how she's looking. She's focused. And she's not afraid. She's not afraid of that cheetah, right? It's definitely going to take some inner strength to tap into forgiveness. That's for sure. Okay. Next we have peace. All right. Have peace. Finding that peace within yourself, right? Forgiveness, inner strength, being able to tap into peace. A lot of times people's turmoil, their hardship, their stress comes from holding on to unforgiveness within themselves first, right? Holding themselves hostage to feeling like things were their fault, or feeling shame, or feeling guilt, or sadness around things that happened to them in their childhood or happened in the past, or holding on to hurt for things that people have done to them, right? Which causes unforgiveness. And it's hard. It takes a lot of inner strength to tap into that, to let it go in order to find peace, okay? We have simplicity reversed, which as it's reversed, I'm assuming this is saying that maybe you don't think it's as simple as it sounds, right? Simplicity. It can be simple if you allow it. Okay, so I feel like this is a mindset that might need to be released. Then we have introspection. So going within, looking at yourself, reflecting, looking at the things that has happened, the things that are preventing you from forgiving. Who are you for not forgiving, right? What about yourself are you not forgiving? What about family members, people, places? What about these things are you not forgiving? This is asking you to go within, to have the inner strength to tap into forgiveness. See, when I see this picture, I think the forgiveness is the forgiveness of self, because they are standing side by side, right? We are made up of our shadow and our light, the good, the bad, right? The light, the darkness, right? We are multidimensional beings and we are coming into balance. But the only way we can come into balance with ourselves is understanding both parts of ourselves. Understanding that all the things that we've been through, all the pain, all the darkness, all the trauma is a part of us. And once we forgive it, we come into balance. As you can see in the center, the scales balance out. But it will take inner strength. And when you take that path, there's the Empress. Fully empowered. Okay, fully empowered. Okay, fully abundant. Okay, the Empress energy gives me that she's done the work. She knows who she is. Okay, whether male or females, we all are able to tap into our Empress energy. Okay, so that's how it's coming out already. It's feeling very, very internal. So because this is here, I feel like this is our shadow. So we're going to look at the shadow oracle. Okay, what do we need to forgive within ourselves? What do we need to forgive and look at as far as shadow work in order to tap into the Empress, to become our highest version? Okay, what shadow work is surrounding this forgiveness? Find out. I'm hearing control, letting go of control. That's number one. Definitely letting go of control, surrendering, right? Sometimes we feel that if we think about something, if we meditate on it, if we focus on it, if we try to fix it, that we are doing something. But if we let go of control, that is how things actually heal. You have limiting beliefs. Ultimately, you become what you believe. Mindset, self-realization. Look at that. Limiting beliefs. Ultimately, you become what you believe. In this forgiveness, if you think that you are darkness, if you think that you are all bad, if you think that your life is heavy and that you are unable to become your greatest version, you are limiting yourself. These two people are one. But if you cannot see that, you will limit yourself and only live out one expression. Okay? But the thing about this is you cannot become this if you do not deal with this. Do you understand that? You do not step into the light if you have not done time in the darkness to forgive yourself for whatever you have done or whatever has happened to you. It is a limiting belief that you cannot move forward. Okay? Ooh. Okay, having hope. It says navigate your shadow with compassion and gentleness. Okay? With compassion and gentleness. That is the forgiveness. Okay? Be gentle with yourself. This journey is not easy. It is no cakewalk, and it is not for the faint at heart. Okay? You'll be tried and tested. And you're right. It's not simple. That's why simple is in reverse, right? It's not simple, but the steps forward can be simple, right? What it takes to do it is not simple, but the steps meaning forgiveness, right? Meaning reviewing what happened, telling yourself truth. These steps, they are simple steps, but it won't feel simple. Okay, so that's why I believe this is in reverse. And it's going to take inner strength. Okay. All right, let's see what else wants to come out. Escapism. All right. Detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. Relaxation, facing reality. There you go. Don't try to hide from it. Okay? Don't try to run from you. Don't try to run from your shadow. Okay? It is a part of you for a reason. And your shadow has some of the greatest lessons to teach you. Okay? We have spirit awakening. Sit with your shadows in the way to enlightenment. It's the way to enlightenment, intuition, and spirituality. Look at that there. When you forgive yourself, right, you don't avoid what's being shown, right? When you have hope and you get rid of the limiting beliefs, your spirit awakens. And what is that? That is peace. When your spirit awakens and you find out the truth of who you are, you integrate your shadow and your light, you become powerful. That is the Empress. Look at her. Do you think she looks unbothered? Okay? Do you think that she's concerned about what people think about her? Or what people have to say about her? You think she's crying over the things she's been through? No. No. She's powerful. Okay? All right. So that wraps that up for our shadow. For our shadow, we need to get rid of the limiting beliefs. Have hope. Okay? Do not avoid, do not escape, and let your spirit awaken. Okay? So, let's use the traditional tarot here to elevate this message. What additional messages wants to come out surrounding restrictions? Okay, we got 8 of Swords. This is the same person. This is a restriction put on, feeling trapped, backed into a corner, hand tied, victimized, paralyzed by fear, terror, anxiety, feeling pressures, hopeless, helpless, powerless, silence. Okay, this figure here is in chain, is looking trapped and lost. But in reality, she's not. You're not. These restrictions are your limiting beliefs. Okay? These are limiting beliefs that's trying to keep you from forgiving yourself and tapping into that inner power. Okay? There is nothing that you need to fear when it comes to looking at your shadow. As I look at this picture, yeah, the shadow looks scary. It looks a little, shaky. But they are one and the same. Okay? They both have wings. They both have powers. They both hold the scales. Right? There's nothing to be scared of. Okay? Those limiting beliefs are your restrictions. Look at that. Then we have the King of Cups, emotional intelligence, trust, wealth of knowledge, caring, healing, good advice, someone who understands unconscious motives, a man in touch with his emotional life, okay? Emotionally stable. This is where you're being called to, okay? To sit on your throne, to be emotionally intelligent, to be balanced within, okay? This is where you're going towards. Let's see what else. What else wants to come out? Introspection. I feel like this is clarified by introspection, because you have to go within to get emotional intelligence. You have to do the inner work, right? You have to look within and tap into that power in order to be the King of Cups. Sitting there, knowing who you are, fully empowered, okay? What else? What other messages would like to be brought out concerning this? Right. Okay, we got big king energy today. Big king energy. We got the King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords. Boom. Got our King of Swords. Routine, intelligence, rational, logical, power, authority, strength. Okay, discerning, detached, head over heart. All right, and an emotional, unemotional. So he's removing the emotions. Analytical man of authority who makes balanced judgments and give excellent advice. All right, we got another king on the board. Come on now. This is no joke. Okay, we got truth, emotional intelligence, and then we got King of Pentacles. That's 3 kings. All right, we got 3 kings on the board. Mature, grounded male, successful, wealthy businessmen. Bettering yourself, not a risk taker, empower. Thriving, high status, stability, ambition, discipline. Okay, reliability. Someone preoccupied with financial matters. Okay, all these kings out here is telling me that the divine masculine energy, okay, is breaking free. Okay. This is the divine masculine. It's coming through. Truth, security, emotional intelligence. Baby, you don't get that unless you have conquered your demons. You have faced your shadow. Okay? That is your power and your authority. Okay? You come back more powerful when you forgive the parts of yourself and forgive those who could not love you the way that they wanted to love you, or the way you wanted them to love you, or the love you felt you needed. Forgive them. Because with all this king energy out here, baby, it's only getting better. Okay? Then we have the 7 of Cups. Dreams, choices, illusions, fantasy, temptation, imagination, wishful thinking. Okay? Speculation. All right? We have 7 of Cups. It's talking about your dreams. And then we have 5 of Cups. Okay? So, let's see. Let's see what else wants to come out. Then we have Lovers on the bottom. Major choices. The Magician. There you have it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to transmute your shadow into collaboration with your light in order to tap into your power, to tap into your abundance? Right? Are you going to take that route? Because the Magician has what it takes. The Magician turns the pain into power, turns one thing into gold, right? The Magician can transmute and transform. Okay. We'll take one more from this deck. And there it is, the Chariot. Victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, hard work, and focus. Okay, triumph, progress, single-minded, mastery, courage, and skills. Yes, because once you do that, you are able to take off. You are in the Chariot, ready to go. Okay, ready to tap in. Okay, there's nothing that's going to stop you at that point. Okay, we have Wounds to Wisdom oracles. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's see what wants to come out. What wisdom do you want to give us concerning the wounds? Okay, the wounds of healing our shadow, right? So that we can step into our greatest version. What messages would you like to come out concerning this? I'm excited. Ooh, you are still becoming. Look at that. You are still becoming. Look at those stairs. Okay. This tells me take your time. This journey is not easy. It takes step by step by step by step. You are still becoming. Okay? You are the magician. The magician is making things happen, creating, right? Creating a new reality. Your soul knows the way. Look at that. Your soul knows the way. You have the keys. You have what it takes. Okay? We have embrace who you are becoming. You're changing. You're transforming. Embrace it. It's not easy. And you are stronger than you feel. I love that. You are stronger than you feel. Okay? That's that feeling trapped and feeling hopeless and having limiting beliefs. Baby, you are stronger than you even know. Okay, what other wounds to wisdom would you like to come out here? Trust yourself again. Okay? Trust yourself again. It's a new path. It's a new journey. You have to trust yourself. Whatever. That's the only way you're going to be able to forgive. When you forgive and then you trust, that is how you tap into the new. Okay? That is how you tap into the new. And you deserve peace. That's peace twice. That's twice, okay? You deserve peace, and we have peace. Okay? So what I take is immediately is that there can be a lot of chaos. There can be a lot of feeling trapped and hopeless and avoiding your truths and running from your shadow. But Spirit is calling you to stop doing that, okay? Don't run from yourself. Forgive yourself and trust yourself because you are transforming. Your spirit is awakening. You are becoming someone new, okay? Your spirit is awakening. You are becoming someone new. I love that. I love that. Let's see what the law of attraction wants to say. As we are becoming someone new, transforming, what messages do you have for the law of attraction? Great rewards require stepping into the unknown. Plan is safe, won't lead to growth. Take a calculated risk today. Leap towards your dreams with confidence. Okay? On the other side, it says, fear of failure may be keeping you stuck. Trust that growth comes from bold action. She's standing on the ledge. Okay? Taking a risk, doing something new in order to transform and become someone new. Okay? Yeah, it can feel risky to be forgiving, to forgive yourself, to forgive others. It can feel risky. It can feel risky. Okay, let's see. These want to come out. Serendipity. Unexpected blessings arrive when you are open to life surprises. Stay open to the synchronicities and chance encounters today. Magic is unfolding. Look at him. He's surrendering. Earlier, we talked about surrendering and letting it all go. He's falling in the midst of the sky, trusting that something better is going to happen for him. Okay? Then we have attachment to the past may be restricting your growth. Allow yourself to move on. All right? We got chains and a key. We have chains and key in this picture. It's in reverse. But the message in reverse says attachment to the past can be hindering your growth. A lot of times our shadow is being held down and not integrated because of the past, right? That attachment to the past can keep you in a state of unforgiveness. Whether it's unforgiving your parents, your friends, your family members, unforgiving yourself for things you've done, right? That type of negative attachment is keeping you stuck. He has a chain around his neck but he also has the key. He has the key and the chain. So it shows you that you have the power. You have the ability to break free. Okay? That restriction, that restriction you're putting on yourself is limiting beliefs. It's escapism. Okay? These are the things that you need to let go. Your soul knows the way. There's that key again. You have the answer. And sometimes it hurts. Okay? If you found this message, I know you're looking for something. I'm feeling this eagerness, like, just tell me what I need to do. Just tell me. That's what I'm hearing. But you have it. The answer is in what you're running from. The answer is in what you're avoiding. The answer is in the pain. Okay? It's everything that you don't want to let go of. That is where the answer is. We'll go one more from this deck. Illumination. It says, truth and clarity are being revealed. You are seeing things as they truly are. Seek deeper understanding, journal, meditate, or ask for signs to guide your path. Yes, illumination. Just as I said, you are trying to ask for the answers. I want to know. Tell me. The truth and the clarity you seek, it's here. It's here now. It's in the healing, okay? Yes, seek deeper understanding, okay? Okay, what I'm going to pull now is the hard truths, okay? These here are the hard truths. What do you need to see, okay? Because one thing that I noticed on this journey in life, when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to seeking answers and asking for guidance, a lot of times we want the blessing. We ask and we pray for the answer. But a lot of times we don't want to look at the work. We don't want to hear what needs to be uncovered. We don't want to look at the hard truths. So sometimes we may put our head in the sand or avoid, right? Try to escape what needs to be seen, hoping we can still get peace, hoping we can still get the blessing, hoping we can still get the answer. But that's not real. That's not reality. That is an illusion, okay? The truth is, you got to do the work. You got to face your shadow, okay? You have to look it in the eye, face to face, front to front and center, and forgive yourself, okay? Let's look at the hard truths surrounding forgiveness. It says, nurture this relationship. It holds potential for mutual growth, support for this phase of your journey. This support twice. I think that even with the forgiveness, maybe someone you need to forgive is offering a new relationship that holds potential for mutual growth and support for this phase of your journey. But if you're holding on to unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment, you'll miss it. Okay? We have support twice. It says sometimes it's necessary to ask for help, and that's okay. Accept assistance when offered. You don't have to do it alone. Okay? Because I asked, what is the hard truths around forgiveness? We got someone coming in that's offering support, and then we have support 2 times. So maybe who you're being asked to forgive holds the key to some additional support. I'm going to get some clarity around this. The cards went in a slow motion. So what I take from that is that take your time, okay? It may take time to forgive. It may take time to be able to welcome someone in and to forgive them. That is okay. You don't have to just say, okay, I forget everything that happened. It's over. Okay, I'm just going to move forward. No, it's a slow process. The card just like glided in slow motion. So I feel that Spirit is saying, take your time. This person, these people, yes, they need to be forgiven for your growth, for your development. Whatever they need to be forgiven for is going to bring in support, but it's going to be slow. So you take it slow. Okay? Don't let nobody rush you into doing anything you're not ready to do when you're not ready to do it. There you go. We got grudge. Harboring hatred traps you in the past, anchoring you to old wounds and preventing progress. Let go with forgiveness to break free from the cycle. There you have it. No more holding grudges. Okay, I'm going to link my video about holding grudges and how it blocks your energy in the comments below, in the description below. I did a whole video on grudges and how holding on to grudges only hurt you. Okay, so it's saying the right person is coming in with support for mutual growth. Someone is going to be able to support you, but if you're holding on to unforgiveness and harboring feelings of unforgiveness, you won't be able to break free from the cycle. Okay? So, that was clear. When you clarify a message about a message, like a clarify forgiveness, and forgiveness is in the same next card, you know Spirit is not playing. Okay? All right. Then we got jump in. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Seize the moment and trust in your readiness as you step forward. All right. Saying go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You may feel unprepared, but that's okay. Don't be irresponsible. There's nothing to be ashamed of, and don't procrastinate. Okay? Those are the messages on that. Now, we're going to get some intentions behind this person that you're supposed to forgive. Okay? This is intention cards. Let's talk about the intention. Okay? I want to talk about the intention of the individual or people that you are to forgive. I know it's not easy, okay? I know it don't feel simple, but it has to be done, okay? Look at some of these intentions. Now, these intentions, please give us the message concerning the intention. Well, we got support. So the person is going to be here to support you. That's already there. You have to let go of the grudge. You have to be able to forgive. What are their intentions? We got welcome, but it came out in reverse. So maybe they don't feel welcomed by you. Says, I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. Okay, so they want to offer you an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. But it came out in reverse. So maybe this person does not feel welcomed at this time. Okay? And as the cards move so slow, I can see that maybe you're not really in the space to want to forgive or want to welcome them in. I can understand that, especially if there's been some hurt and things from the past. We're gonna look up, we're gonna tap into the energy of this person in another way as well. Okay. Well, everything is coming out in reverse, which this is strange. It's saying positive, a gift, and safe space. It's all in reverse. Interesting. All right, so This person that you are supposed to forgive probably has not had the best impact on you. They haven't been welcoming to you. Maybe they have not been positive to you. Maybe they have not reciprocated what you've given to them, the love you've given to them, the energy you've shown them, right? A safe space. And maybe they have not been a safe space to you. That will definitely keep somebody from, wanting to deal with somebody, not wanting to open up, not wanting to forgive, not wanting to deal with them. Okay. What other messages would you like to give concerning this person? Ooh, wait a minute. Let's see something here. Let's see something. Am I holding the deck the wrong way? Because these cards never come out in reverse. Okay, let's try this again. What other messages would you like? Oh, okay. Okay, they still coming out in reverse. And you see, I flipped the cards. Okay, so let's take the message. We have false promises in reverse. It says, I will tell you what I think you want to hear, even if I know it's not true or attainable. So maybe this person has lied to you. Ooh, okay. I can see why forgiveness is here. All right. Somebody has lied. They didn't reciprocate the energy of love, of being safe, of being good to you. I can see that. Then we have secrets. There's something I'm holding back. And our paths are destined to align through the purpose. The purpose may still be, though this purpose may still be unclear. And then we have future. Whew. Okay, y'all. This one took a turn. Okay. I'm definitely going to say this one took a turn. This card just stuck to my hand. You are worth fighting for. All right. You are worth fighting for. So somebody, look, take the message as it applies. It feels as though somebody has really messed up. They have really done something against you, right? Hurt you, lied to you, didn't reciprocate love, wasn't positive. They were very negative, maybe unwelcoming. Maybe there was a time when you were giving love and support and energy and being a safe space for this individual, and they were not able to give it back to you at that time. Now they want to come through saying you are worth fighting for. Our future is supposed to come together because I can offer you some type of mutual support. You can support me, but it's all dependent on this right here. Forgiveness. Woo. Even false promises. This person has lied. And now we got confessions at the bottom. A hidden truth is ready to surface, exposing what's been concealed. All right, y'all. Whoa. I see why forgiveness was the first card. Now, I'm getting a little itchy too now. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to keep it real. I'm getting a little itchy because, I'm not exempt from these messages either. And then we got reconnection. I know it's been a while, but I miss having you in my life. Here we go. If this is not forgiveness energy, I don't know what is. Whew. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's see here. My frankincense then went out. Can I get a little something here? All right, we got big forgiveness energy on the board. Big forgiveness. Okay. We are about to tap into this. Whew. I'm hearing woosah, woosah, woosah. Because the thing is, when you're on the healing journey, right, and you go within and say, for instance, you are doing the inner work. You are healing your shadow. You are embracing your light. You are doing the deeper things that you need to do to become who you need to become, right? All that emotional intelligence, all that inner work, it all cultivates to make you a higher version of yourself, right? The people who hurt you, who lied, who treated you less than, those people actually contributed to your growth and your development. Because in that healing, in that self-love, in that self-care, you had to tap into your power, transmute that pain as the magician, use that pain and make you powerful, which in the end sits you on the throne as the empress, right? But now that you're sitting there, maybe those who hurt you, those who wronged you, are now going to be able to be given the clarity on who you are, on your light, on your love. They're going to be able to see all the things that they've done. Maybe they couldn't see it before. But now that you've transmuted all that pain into power, your intuition is clear. People are going to come in and they are going to seek, wanting to reunite, reconnect. But what it looks like here, it's for a greater purpose. It's bigger than you and it's bigger than them. So this is going to really require some inner strength. Ooh, okay. Let's not forget. Let's not forget the inner strength. Okay. Oh, this is going to require some inner strength. Okay. Let's see. We got singles and relationships. Because I understand we have to forgive this person, but let's get a little bit more. So it'll get a little bit more on this person's energy. What other messages concerning this person's energy do we need to see? Okay. Okay. So this is something different. Maybe the person you need to forgive is now needing to heal themselves, right? Maybe someone is ready to now heal and get over their insecurities. They're dealing with the things that they've done. So part of their healing means remembering what they've done to hurt you, right? And you're being called to forgive them in order to let them move forward on their healing journey. Okay, because this part is saying body shame, you feel unattracted to others, work on accepting yourself, flaws and all. So this person could be insecure. Okay, it says lust, not love. Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in just by good sex. Okay, this person could be someone who is very lustful or passionate or promiscuous, right? Whether it's a past partner or someone you know, an ex or something like that. And it says burnt out. It says they feel emotionally burnt out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. So this person could be going through a lot, right? They're stressed out. They going through it, and now they looking at you like, you say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take to figure out what you want. Yeah, this person might be confused. They might be trying to figure themselves out. They burnt out. They feeling insecure, going through all these different things. Here you go. Past trauma. You need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on. There you go. Right? This is all the things that is surrounding this person's energy. This is also surrounding what they may have caused you. Right? And this is why forgiveness is here. Because past trauma, baby, is not easy. And I said earlier, the past is connected to the shadow, right? And it's going to require strength, right? For you to tap in to receive that inner peace. That's what it's going to require. But it's not easy. And this person knows it's not easy, but they feel like they want to come towards you because you're worth fighting for. Whoa. Look, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. You're worth fighting for because it says soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So earlier when we first clarified the forgiveness, what came out was support, right? Support, future, right? Future came out, support came out. Twice support came out. All right. And what I'm seeing now is this person is attached to your future. Even if you don't know, that's soulmate energy. It says our paths are destined to align, though purpose may still be unclear. That's soulmate energy, right? And this doesn't just have to be love and passion soulmate, right? This could be friendships, partnerships, business, platonic soulmates of people that's supposed to come together for a greater purpose. Because it says the relationship will be nurture the relationship. It holds the potential for mutual growth and support for this phase of your journey. And don't be afraid to ask for help. So this person knows that they've messed up. Spirit know that they have messed up. You know that they have messed up, whether it's one person or multiple people. But all the healing that you have done that has put you in the power of becoming the Empress is now wanting to see, are you going to reign and stand in your power from a place of love, from a place of peace, knowing that it doesn't take anything from you to forgive someone else, to let go of the past, to let go of the hurt, right? Of what someone has caused you. Can you do it? Will you do it? It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you either way. This message may not be a right now for you. It could be in the future. But what I will tell you is no matter where you're at on your journey, no matter what timeline you're on, forgiveness will always be essential in this life and on this journey. Because the moment we harbor unforgiveness and the inability to give people grace and give people compassion and to be understanding, it transforms us into something different. Okay? You will not be able to tap into your light if you are harvesting resentment, bitterness, hate, anger. You can't tap into your light. You will become something that is not desirable. Okay? And the weight of those emotions and the weight of unforgiveness is heavy. Okay? So break free. Release yourself from it. Okay? We are going to get an ancestral message to wrap up this on forgiveness. I know it's not easy, but it's possible. I will be checking my heart and doing my inner work when it comes to forgiveness as well. Okay? You may already know who this message is pertaining to and who you are being called to forgive. Just let me tell you this as well. Just because you're being asked to forgive, it's not saying you have to forget. Forgiveness is, in my perspective, having the ability to have compassion for someone's actions, understanding that they did what they did from a place of trauma, from a place of unhealed wounds, from a place of low vibrational energy, right? understanding what caused them to do the things they did, and then being able to perceive if they have healed those parts of themselves in order to be able to come into union, right? In order to be able to come in partnership and collaborate, right? When you've done the inner work, you know if someone has done the inner work. You don't have to put yourself through pain and trauma all over again. Your intuition, your inner work will give you validation on whether it's time or not to move forward with someone. Earlier, the cards slid in a slow motion. That means this may take some time, okay? We're going to get an ancestral message to wrap up this reading on forgiveness and welcoming in soulmate energy, welcoming in our soul tribe. I know that I have been desiring my soul family, and I know that there is people in my life that I have walked away from, let go of, but every day I always affirm love and peace over those people, because a lot of times the people that is the hardest people to forgive are the ones that you love the most. And it's hard for you to forgive them because you don't want them to hurt you again. You don't want to go through that again. But the thing here is acknowledging that you still love them and that you still care for them. Okay? You can do this. You have the inner strength. Spirit guides, ancestors, and divine beings of light, what message do you want to give us concerning this? All right, we got altar of fire. Good juju. All right, let's see what this is. Good juju. All right, it's the ancestral wisdom. Number 22, just 4. Ooh, we got some shadow work cards that just flew. I guess I'll take the message. Continue doing your shadow work, okay? A card just flew down. I don't know what it is, but it flew down there. So continue doing your shadow work. Continue looking at the things that have hurt you. Continue doing that inner work, okay? Because the more inner work you do for yourself, the more you can have compassion and understanding for others, okay? Okay, it says altar of fire. Be inspired. There is something in the air, and it is your success. Great things are happening. Open yourself to opportunities and unexpected choices. Claim your moment, beautiful. Embrace the rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. This is not the time to tiptoe. Be big, be bold. Okay, be big, be bold. You are manifesting wonderful outcomes, but you must take creative action to let it all in. Be ready to expand and evolve. This is what you have been waiting for. Okay. It says the medicine, set up an altar in honor of your fire goddess energy. Okay. This is the Ace of Wands. This is what you've been waiting for. Claim your moment. A rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. Baby, if it's what you've been waiting for, you can only receive it if you're in a position of forgiveness. Okay, I'm going to take one more. So the outcome of forgiving, will be everything you've been waiting for. We got leadership on the bottom. Earlier we had all those kings sitting on their throne. We got leadership on the bottom, so you might need to take the lead on this. Okay. Then we have unapologetic, limitless prosperity, and the wheel of change. Wow. Got the wheel of change. Things are changing in your favor. Limitless prosperity. Okay. And unapologetic. The patriarch. We got a lot of divine masculine energy here. A lot of divine masculine energy here. So we're going to go with the wheel of change. because this is what I feel is happening and what is being called to pay attention to. Things are changing for the better, okay? There is a season for everything, and this is yours. If you haven't already received the good news, it's on the way. It's safe to celebrate. You deserve it. Don't question the joy. Don't wait for the other shoe to drop. Rejoice, beautiful. You are the moment. This is your time. Positive changes on the way. Expansion, evolution, revolution. Be open to change. This is a great season to let go of the past and take a big risk. Let go of the past and take a big risk. It's a big risk. It's a big risk to forgive. It is. But you have to let go of the past in order to do it. Okay? I'm seeing that card we had earlier. Right here. It says stay open. Let go of the past. Okay? Surrender. Surrender. Past traumas. Still got shadow work cards falling. Past traumas. Okay? Let go of the past. It says one thing about that wheel of fortune, it keeps turning. For some of your ancestors, it was difficult to feel joy or to feel safe. Heal their energy by celebrating yours now. Learn what it feels to reveal in joy, pleasure, and fun. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune. Shadow work cards are still falling. I know you can't see them, but that tells me to do your shadow work. Okay? Let go of the past. Forgive. Forgive. Not for them, for you. Okay? I love y'all. This message has been very powerful. I hope you received something good here. I hope that you found something good here. Let me know what you think in the comments, okay? Let me know if you think you can do it. I'll also link some additional videos to help you on this journey. Till next time, this is Yazil. I am sending you so much love, peace, and harmony. You have everything it takes, okay? You just have to tap into it. Till next time.